yesterday we talked about feudalism and kind of started talking about what it looked like, or at least the different levels of feudalism. So today, I hope what we do will help you better understand that, okay? Everybody is going to get a spoon. Don't lick it. Don't put it in your mouth, okay? I need these back. And, Sid, you want to follow me and pass everybody the spoon, okay? And everybody gets a cup of 10 M&Ms. No, I'm going to do this one, okay? Don't do anything with them yet. You're going to use them in just a second. Count. Do me a favor and make sure I counted right. Make sure you have 10. I did this very fast. Make sure you have 10 in there. Don't put one in your mouth and then mind me, or you'll only get 9. Man, Sid, you're good. She's right on it. Look at her following me.
She's efficient like a Prius.
What's on my tail?
Why do you always bring up the car?
I don't know.
Why? It's like only goes to my car.
Okay, does everybody have an M&M?
I'm not
M&Ms?
the Prius.
Oh, Sid, there you go. And then Sid. Okay. Here's what's going to happen, okay? Listen to how the classroom's laid out, because this is going to affect how this works, okay? You people up front here are my peasants. Okay, you are separated into peasants A and peasants B, okay? Now, by looking at how the class is structured, what do you want to guess the majority of the population in medieval Europe was?
Peasants.
Peasants, okay? We're going to learn more about them today. Okay, my second row up are my vassals. You are vassals A. You are vassals B. Okay? You two are my lords or my nobles. Okay? And then we have the holy almighty one, King,
Whitney.
Queen, Whitney. Okay?
King, Queen.
There weren't really that many famous queens. We're just going to call you King for today. Okay?
Queen Elizabeth.
Now, Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, she's kind of famous now. Okay. So what's going to happen is, tell me what we talked about yesterday. Money was not used to show wealth. Tell me what showed wealth or status in medieval Europe. Lauren?
The amount of land you have.
The amount of land you had. Okay? Now, everybody, tell me why, explain to me why feudalism worked in a society. Feudalism worked because why, Caitlin?
Because like the king or the lords and stuff for the king, and then the vassals and stuff for the nobles, and then the peasants and stuff for the vassals, and it all just kind of worked into the system.
Absolutely. Remember the notes we took yesterday? We had arrows going up on the pyramid and arrows going down on the pyramid, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was, remember the saying we said, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Everybody in the society helped each other. So it was kind of like a tight-knit community. Everybody had a job. And that didn't mean you were like best friends, buddies with the king. Everybody had a job, everybody looked out for each other, and everybody protected each other, right? Peasants, what is your role in society? It's at the very bottom of our pyramid yesterday. Peasants, what was your job? Cutie?
Produce food.
Produce food. Produce food. Produce crops. And where did you get your land from? Not the knights, go up one. Luke? The nobles and the lords, okay? We're going to watch a short video today that's going to explain that a little bit more. But all you peasants, you are basically working the land that is provided to you by either Lila or Kaylor, okay? So, instead of this isn't going to be money, remember, because money wasn't used much. What did they do instead of use money? Barter, okay? If you are peasants, and this was your payment, what do you think this is going to represent? Kaylor?
Whatever you're trading. Like,
And
oh,
what's
if you're
peasants?
peasants, like, it'd be like, land.
What do you do to the land?
Farming.
Crops,
Gotcha.
okay? These M&Ms represent the crops that are harvested by the peasants. Now, if you drop some on the floor, sorry about your luck, you had a drought that year, or you got sick and couldn't farm. I don't give you any more, okay? Unless you want the 5-second rule, you can pick it up and eat it. It's up to you, okay? We are not trading. We are not sharing M&Ms, okay? That's the deal. So you are stuck with what you have and what you end up with, okay? So just keep in mind, these M&Ms are crops that are traded, okay? You are going to use your spoon, because I know your hands are gross, we've touched everything today. Use your spoon to scoop out the M&Ms when we go to trade, okay?
Cereal.
Half of them are done, okay. So here's what's going to happen, okay? You two you peasants are responsible or look out for that vassal right there, Thorn, okay? You two have the vassal Anna. You two have Samuel. You three have Annalisa. Annalisa, you're going to benefit. Sierra and Destiny, that's your vassal right there. And you two look out for her, or are responsible to her, okay? Now, this is why we're split up into A and B. You three B vassals are hers, okay? You three vassal are hers, and everybody answers to Queen Bee back there.
What is
okay?
this?
Now, here's what's going to happen, okay? Since the peasants were paying for their protection with crops, the vassals are going to confiscate 6 M&Ms from each peasant. So you three are each going to give 6 to Annalisa. You two are going to give them to Taylor. Okay, the people I just said, the vassal you are underneath, you need to scoop out 6 and give them to your vassal. Or vassals can come up, either one. Don't trap them. We don't need a trap. We need to have products.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait, blow my nose real quick.
What?
I'll blow my nose real quick.
Yeah. You need 6. Only 6. Vassals, make sure you take 6. It's fine.
Life isn't fair, right? Mr.
That's
Marshall.
right.
That's Mr. Marshall's role.
No, why is it fair to my brother getting knee surgery? I was like, what is this? I was so confused.
Okay, so peasants, you are down to how many already? 4. Sorry guys. Okay, now, from each peasant's payment, vassals, you are going to keep one of the pieces that they gave you and give 5 to your lords or your nobles. So you guys are going to scoop out 5 and give them to your lords or vassals. I mean lords or nobles. 5.
I'll come through.
Nobles, lords, make sure you're collected.
Count stacks though.
Oh, you know what?
God's sake.
She gives 50.
Okay, I got you.
And then she gives 50.
No. She's so cute.
I'm gonna say something really stupid like that.
Okay, now, you vassals, count how many you have. Peasants are down to 4.
How many did we give away?
You just gave away 5, right?
Yeah.
Vassals, how many are we down to? Samuel,
11.
you have 11? You have 17? 16? 16? Well, you had one more peasant than anybody else did. Okay, so, of course, the vassal's duty and responsibility is also to these people. Tell me what they promised the lords. These would be like our knights on the realm. What did the vassals or knights promise the lords? Cutie? To fight for them as what? Knights, right? Knights were the most feared warriors back then. So they said, we will fight for you. We will give you land, okay? And then what did the lords turn around and what was their duty to the king? I should have more hands up than Kaylor.
Yeah.
There we go. Dest? Right. These guys were responsible for finding knights to fight for the king, okay? So, next payment. From each vassal's payment of fidelity or loyalty, the noble is to keep 2 pieces and give 3 candies to the king.
For each one that we...
3. Nope, just 3.
Oh, okay.
Just 3. Give 3 to him. You, no, not you. You're done trading. Just the nobles. You have yours to keep, Zach.
Still counting stacks. Oh, crap.
That's like a rule.
Drought,
Don't understand.
damaged crop. Can't use it.
Oh, yeah, I can. It's like the Goodwill of agriculture.
Okay, so, Lila and Kayla, how many do you guys have left?
I have 15, 25, 22.
22. How many do you guys have again?
4.
22. Whitney, how many do you have? Queen Bee?
16.
16. Now, how come the king has less than the lords and nobles? Right, they're collecting from more people. But here's the thing, okay? These two, Kayla and Lila, might have more people, okay, or more people. more crop than what the king does, you all are still loyal to the king. Now, one reason that feudalism started, okay? One problem with before feudalism started was that these people right here, our lords or nobles, all right, got very, very power hungry and very greedy, okay? And they tried to take over and replace this person, and these two fought for competition. It didn't work, okay? So that is why, if you remember, Charles Martel, who was the grandfather of Charlemagne, started coming up with this idea of, I will help you. Hey, I need knights to fight for me in my military. If you fight for me, I will give you land. Okay? He's the guy that started the idea of feudalism. Didn't title it that yet, but started the idea. Okay?
Martellism.
Wait, how many did you say you had? Like 16 or so? Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. Pass that way. Lila, can you give one to Whit, please? Why do we have this many? For those, right there.
Dude.
Okay. Now, peasants, one of you, tell me how you feel. You have 4. Your lords and noble have 23. Unfair. 4. Like, can you survive on 4 M&Ms? Like, what the? That's like a tease to your mouth, right? That's so unfair. This is how life was, okay? Ironically, back then, although you guys are so torn and upset, the peasants did not feel this way back then. Surprisingly. You'd think they'd be like, what?
It's gonna rob my cash.
No, this isn't fair. Okay? But their main goal was to look out for their family and was survival. Survival of the fittest, basically. Okay? Now, we are going to learn today when you watch your video that if you want to guess which of these 4... Our video's ready.
That should happen.
Which of these 4 groups of people do you think were the backbone of society?
I know.
Peasants, vassals, nobles, or the king? Which group do you think was the backbone of survival? The ones that everybody relied on. The ones that basically supported all those people up there. Look, you guys. So you guys are the ones who are breaking your back, planting the crops, and how much do you get? 4 M&Ms.
Like welfare.
Not fair, right? We're going to see how it kind of evened it out a little bit, okay? On the paper in front of you, on the left-hand column, you kind of have like what we experienced in our classroom today. We're going to compare it to what it really would have been like back in the Middle Ages, okay? So today, our payment was M&Ms, okay? That's what we were kind of trading. What would their payment have been back in, 1100 AD? It could be a couple things, it don't just be one. Kens?
It could be like things they did for each other.
Like, be more specific.
Like I was saying, like bartering when you would trade other things, so it would be like.
Okay, if you were, but we're talking about duties. So if you, what was your duty to like these
Like
people?
making crops for them.
Okay, providing crops, planting crops, very good. Could be land. Think of the knights. What was their duty or their role, Anna?
Protection.
Protection and? Kaylor? They provided protection.
Oh, and they fought in wars.
What?
They fought in wars?
Yeah, basically their service. So you need to write that down. Payment in the real world in the Middle Ages meant crops or military service and loyalty to the king. Okay? Payment meant crops or service and loyalty. Who's providing the crops? Vassals?
The
The
peasants.
peasants, right? Peasants are the only ones that are providing crops. They're the workers.
So like the knights are like the Secret Service.
What?
The knights are like the Secret Service.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, today in the classroom,
The not so
obviously,
Secret
drew
Service.
through a temper tantrum and pouted. Peasants felt distribution of M&Ms was very unfair, right, Drew? I think you even cried a little.
So dying.
Peasants were more concerned back in the real world, in the Middle Ages, were more concerned with survival rather than, what rights do I get? Is this fair, unfair? It was more about providing for your family and making sure you yourself survived. Can you imagine an age where people don't whine and complain about things being unfair?
I was crying because I was so happy that I got all these M&Ms.
Well, good. I'm glad I made your day.
Thank you. I don't even like M&Ms.
Mrs. O'Connor had the king in one of her classes throw all of his M&Ms away. He didn't like them.
What?
Why didn't you just throw their M&Ms?
I'll give mine away if you don't like them.
There's plastic? Oh, well, I can get you ones more. Okay, last one.
I'll fade my
Social classes today were drawn randomly. When you walked in the door, you were assigned a level of status. How were social classes, I personally picked on you, yes. How were social classes determined then, Whit?
You were born into one.
Right. you were
Way to
born
go,
into them.
queen.
So social classes
This is
in the
big.
Middle Ages were determined by birth. Different than today. Annalisa, can you describe social classes for me? You were born into them. Could you move out of them? No. What other civilization did we talk about where you were stuck in your social class? And what did we call it, Corey? It was India? What was it called? Sam, help him out. The caste system, okay? If you were born a peasant, you did not move up, you know, military experience didn't get you to be a knight, you didn't have military experience. Your job was to provide crops and feed the rest of these people in your kingdom, okay? So right, you didn't move either way, okay? At the very bottom of your paper, you have a question, okay? It says, how did feudal M M&Ms, this exercise that we just did, help you to better understand feudalism in the Middle Ages? I want 2 complete sentences. Jot something down real quick. How did this activity help you, if this was like real world, how did this better help you understand feudalism? 2 complete sentences.
Taylor, do you have your paper?
Don't know what. You took it earlier because my brother was over there.
You guys can go ahead and eat your M&Ms too.
My Christmas occasion.
Just don't like, you know, drink them out of your cup because then you cut back.
I'll take out 3. I don't know what 3 there were. Just eat them.
Why do you like somebody like straight in cup or something?
No, I didn't.
That's what happened to mine. Who said he used to split?
Yeah?
I didn't.
I got 2.
Girl, they M&Ms.
What?
Thanks. You talk? Okay.
What are you
Would
talking
somebody
about?
like to share what they did or what they wrote?
I would.
Okay?
That the peasants give away 60% of the crops.
Hey, fractions.
Okay.
Percentages.
I like it. She's so math.
She's eating some.
Good job, Tay. Taylor.
I said that it helped me understand who had the most money, and it showed me where the different classes paid, like
Okay.
where their money went.
Okay? Tay, another one?
That the nobles have more crops than the king.
Very good. Did the nobles own more land than the king owned?
No.
No. Drew, give me one. He's still crying about it. Yes, Drew, it taught him how unfair life was in the Middle Ages. You're right. Cutie?
In class, they showed how peasants live off of it and they just get the
Right. Right. Very good. Anything else? Ken's?
It showed exactly who gave what to who and how much they got.
Okay. Who does it seem like had to give up more, yet got very, very little? Taylor?
Not the nobles, the peasants.
Right. The peasants. You guys had to give up more, yet you received probably less than any of those people. What you received is basically when the lords or nobles kind of were in agreement with you, when they gave you land to work their fields, it was their land. You lived on their land and you worked their fields. Okay?